Imagine a world that was quiet. I don't mean no noise. I mean a world that couldn't see or hear itself in real time. Before the internet, before Wi-Fi, before you could FaceTime someone across the globe in seconds, there was just distance. If you wanted to make an international call, you dealt with massive delays. Live TV across the ocean. Forget it. Back then, the Atlantic Ocean wasn't just water, it was a communication wall. But then came 1962. And everything shifted because of one tiny, shiny ball in the sky. Its name was Telstar. Now, we'd sent things into space before, but Telstar was different. It wasn't just a reflector or a science experiment. This was a working space machine. It could actually receive a signal, make it louder, and beam it back down. Think about that. In an era where space was still the great unknown, Bell Labs built a relay station and threw it into orbit. July 10, 1962. Telstar hitches a ride on a Delta rocket. It was small, spherical, and covered in thousands of solar cells. But here's the kicker, it wasn't geostationary. It didn't just sit in one spot. It was zipping around the Earth. That meant engineers only had about 20 minutes, that's it, as it passed over the Atlantic to try and make history. Can you imagine the tension in that room? Millions of dollars, years of work, all riding on a 20-minute window. And then, it happened. For the first time in human history, live television signals hopped over the ocean. People in Europe were suddenly watching live broadcasts from the US. Faces, voices, movement, all traveling through the vacuum of space and landing on a screen thousands of miles away. The first satellite phone calls followed right after. Suddenly, Georgia Put didn't matter anymore. Telstar proved one massive truth, space wasn't just a place to explore. It was a place to connect. But, history is rarely a straight line. That same year, high-altitude nuclear tests were happening in space. They created these intense radiation belts that Telstar just wasn't built to handle. Slowly, its brain started to fail. After only a few months, the electronics fried, and Telstar went dark. It was a short life. A literal flash in the pan. But here's the thing, it didn't need to last. That short life sparked a total revolution. Everything we use today, your GPS, live sports, international calls, the satellite internet you might be using right now, it all traces its DNA back to that little spherical pioneer. Telstar didn't just link continents. It humanized the planet. It made us realize that no matter how big the ocean is, we're all just one signal away from each other. Telstar fell silent, sure. But because of it, Earth never was again.